Come join the fun. Join us on a journey where the magic's begun. We'll explore the parks and tell stories too. With Aloha DIS, the magic's all for you. With each new video, the fun begins. From the castle's glow to the ocean winds, we're here to share, to laugh and play. On Aloha DIS, it's excitement every day. Aloha DIS, where dreams come true. We'll bring the magic right to you. From island vibes and skies of blue. On Aloha DIS, it's excitement every day. Aloha DIS, where dreams come true. We'll bring the magic right to you. From island vibes and skies of blue. On every show, there's something new.
Aloha. Welcome to the Aloha DIS Podcast. I'm Dr. Iron Chef. Just by myself today. I'll explain where Dr. Mom is. She's a little under the weather, but thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. We have a couple of friends already in the chat, and let's do a shout out real quick. Excuse me. I am not doing the best as well. So we'll see how this goes today. It'll be a little bit probably shorter stream for sure. But we have our friends here. We are simulcasting on Twitch and YouTube. And as you can see, we also put in the chat on the screen. And you can tell me how you like that, if it's a good position or if we need to change it up. There's different options to go with, but we figure we keep it in the Aloha DIS style of the yellow and the red. But yeah, couple of things. So a little distracted because as soon as we start, I mean, this has happened a couple of times. The neighbors or gardeners, I guess, in the neighbor's yard start going off. I mean, literally but it's probably for the best. We'll get up to speed a little bit. I'm seeing we're having a little issue on Twitch right now, and so hang with us. We'll hopefully get the stream back up and running. The bit rate is a little strange. So okay, I think we're back. Yeah, the bit rate is a little strange. We're pushing like almost 6,000 on the bits, the bit rate. So I might have to cut back on that because I didn't set it that high. I think I've set it at 4,500. So why the bit rate is at 6,000, I have no idea. But thank you for letting me know it's good right now. So we're at the end of February. We do have some February news. We also wanted to show you one of the attractions at Disney World that we went on recently, and we'll maybe kind of keep it nice and sweet with that. But again, thank you for coming in. Dr. Mom has been sick since our trip. Got back. Of course, she had the delay in the flight. Was a real trooper to do the podcast last week, but we think she has pneumonia. so it's probably best that she rests and not talk too much because the breathing can be an issue sometimes. And I must have caught it because like on Friday, I started feeling a little under the weather as well. So, but went to work. Was thinking about coming home early, but stayed actually late. So that didn't work out at all with that. So yeah, so we made some changes. We put in the chat. Part of the chat is that it should be able to do YouTube chat as well. So if you remember, last week we had some friends, Pinky's friends, stop by and they were chatting up in the YouTube side, but we couldn't see it on the Twitch side, and vice versa. They can't really see the Twitch side. So it should be a unified chat, if anything. And that's how it should be. But we're very hesitant because I don't know how to moderate the YouTube chat as much as the Twitch chat. So it's going to be a learning experience for us as we go through some of these upgrades here. And also the camera position is a little bit weird, so I'm going to have to figure that one out as well. So you're helping me test out some new stuff. Probably a good week to do that since Dr. Mom is not here. So we'll kind of go to our first story, which is, here we go. So you might notice some of these characters. These are the characters that are more featured in like Tokyo Disneyland. This is Duffy and his friends. We talked a little bit about them recently with some of the merchandise, but this is actually celebrating their 20th anniversary at the Tokyo Disney Resort. Scribbler was there recently. I think she might have shown some merch in some of the videos that we haven't published yet. But Duffy and Friends celebrate 20 years at Tokyo Disney Resort, and of course, because of that, there's different events going on. So I am not as familiar with all these. So of course, you have Duffy in the middle. Shelly Mae is kind of like the best friend here, and then you have Gelatoni, Stella Lou, Cookie Ann, Olu, which is actually the Alani mascot, and Olumel, which is short for Melee or Melody, and recently Lena Bell, who's the newest addition for that. So I'm not as familiar. This is a big popular thing in Tokyo Disneyland, but they are celebrating their 28 years there. So beginning April 8th, 2025 through March 19th, 2026. So it's a full year anniversary. You'll find themed merchandise, special menus, and adorable decor, entertainment, and more. And what's the theme of the celebration? Just like Duffy and Friends, who find joy in the small things, we celebrate all things happy, from rainbows to bubbles. So that's kind of thing. I like this mural here. You can take a look. So again, you can see that this is the guys who do the Disney World one, because you can click on the pictures and they get a little bit bigger. So rainbows and bubbles. So yeah, lots of decorations. Starting at the theme entrance, at the park entrance, you find banners featuring all 7 members of Duffy and Friends and depicting the number 20 for their 20th anniversary. So there'll also be some merch there, and Dr. Mom is lurking in the shadows. Again, she's not feeling the best, so probably not the best thing to have her come on camera. Hi Naz, welcome into the stream. How come your chat is not showing up now? That is strange. I'm gonna switch. I lost the chat. Why is the chat? Did I switch and then it didn't like it anymore? But welcome in. So this is the testing. I wonder, we switched scenes and it's not, we're not working right. Here, let me try this one as well. Heh. Okay, I think there's a refresh thing on the chat, because it should have shown the chat as well. So let me just look at properties. YouTube test chat. Yeah, it is not working. Thank you for the YouTube test chat. I wonder if there's a refresh thing on the properties. Chat feature settings, insert line breaks. Wow, did I break it already? This is exactly why we're testing it. Yeah, that's strange. It doesn't look like the YouTube, well, none of the chat's working now. So that's why I'm kind of wondering what happened. Chat disappearing effect. I wonder, let me, I'm just trying to refresh it. How do I refresh the thing? So I'm using Prism Live Studio, and that's a little different than OBS. But it should have, well, if I add, that's not going to work if that works like that. Open Studio. Sorry, But this is actually good testing of this. Transform, add source properties, show transitions, filters. Moose is the source. No, it's not not because of you, Moose. Okay. If I can't do this, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to refresh it. And, well, hopefully that doesn't kill it. I'm going to remove the source. That's a good question. Why I can't advanced setting, copy filter. Okay, I'm going to delete it and then add it back in. And if that doesn't work, then it's going to be kind of messed up. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that didn't work as well. So I tried to add it in, and the chat is stuck. So obviously something wrong. Yeah, the teddy bear picnic. Hi, General Chaos. Why are you looking at teddy bears? We're talking about Duffy's 25th anniversary at the Tokyo Disney Resort. But we're also trying to fix the chat. And I don't know why the chat isn't quite working. So let me turn that off, and then I'll add the other chat. But thanks for your patience, everybody. Okay, Prism Chat 2. Do your thing, sir. Disney Sea is amazing. Yes. Okay, so that didn't work, but I'm going to try this one more thing, and if it doesn't work, then oh well. I'm going to use my template, which is the bubbles template. Okay, someone type something in the chat again. All right, so we'll kind of figure out. It's probably something. Oh yeah, something worked, but that's not the right chat filter. Okay. Okay, I did break it. There's no coming back from this. Yeah, okay, well, we'll see how it goes. And this is good testing. I'll run it with the default style, and Doctor, yeah, this is exactly what happens when it's like this. So yeah, I think I broke it. I broke it, so it's not showing up at all. So, oh well. Yeah, see, it just shows up. That's Dr. Mom's chair. That's my chair, and it's still on that setting. So I'm going to turn it off. We'll test it maybe towards the end of the stream again. Maybe you can help me figure it out. But we'll just turn everything off. Okay, so if that is the case, I apologize. Again, great that Dr. Mom was resting and not on the channel. Yeah, so Tokyo Disney Resort. There are some additional merchandise here to purchase. Must be kind of a backpack, or not a backpack, but some kind of purse. You have the mini stuffies and some buttons here with the 20th anniversary, or 20 years of Duffy and Friends. And again, lots of rainbows and bubbles for that. There's also some churros here. A new flavor is being added to the fan favorite creme brulee churro lineup over at Tropic Owls in Lost River Delta. You can also find a new milk tea flavored creme brulee churro. Who is Duffy? So Duffy, I believe Minnie Mouse wanted to make sure that Mickey Mouse wasn't lonely. So she created Duffy for him. I think that's how the story goes. So that he wouldn't be lonely. So that's his like pet stuffed bear. I think that's how it goes. I could be wrong. I might be confusing it with other stuff. Yeah, so churros in the churro holders. And then this must be the popcorn bucket here for, again, representing some bubbles and rainbows. The interesting thing about popcorn buckets or popcorn in Japan is that they have different flavors. I think there's like a curry flavor. There's some sweet flavors as well, but some savory that's a little bit different from the American parks. So you can actually explore some of that at Miguel's El Dorado Cantina in Lost River Delta. Will be home to the 20th anniversary dining experience celebrating the world of Duffy. So you can try a special Duffy set served with some seasonal soup. I'm not sure what kind of soup this is. It looks like a split pea soup, but I could be wrong. And then some vegetables, and this must be some chili with rice. So this must be some brown rice. Oh, okay, there you go, Naz. Mickey named the toy Duffy because Minnie gave it to him in a duffel bag. There you go. There's a whole lore behind it. There's like tons of backstories with Duffy. And maybe we'll read a little bit about it. But look, it's a bear-shaped rice with some chili and cheese and broccoli. Yeah, so Duffy and friends will also embark on a journey along the waterways of Tokyo Disney Sea. All 7 friends can't wait to celebrate the special occasion with their all-new 20th anniversary outfits featuring Duffy and Friends' colorful happiness journey. So yeah, so if you get a chance to go to Tokyo Disneyland, there'll be some celebrations with Duffy over there. We'll get more into the Duffy lore. It's a little different. They have we mentioned this before. They actually have some picture taking spots that you actually go to and see the attractions, but then you can actually put Duffy onto the platform and take a picture with them around the different Disney Tokyo Disney Resort area. So yeah, so that's how it goes. I'm getting like tons of errors on my thing. So if I drop something here, we'll see how that goes. Can you walk on the big ship at the Tokyo Disney Sea? Yes, you can. This is kind of the Queen. Is it the Queen Mary? Or Queen Elizabeth? I can't remember what ship it's supposed to be, but it's supposed to represent that. I think one of the videos that we have of Scribbler on their Tokyo trip has her inside the ship. So I think that's something that's available. So yeah, so inside the ship, let's take a look at that again. So I think she walked this must be the entrance over here to the ship. There must be some doors there. Okay, so we got the chat back on this one, but it's not the right chat. Okay, let's change the settings real quick. We'll change it to, how come it's not on the bubble one? Oh, that's gonna bug me, right? So the chat's back up, but it's not the right setting. Okay. Oh, that's so strange. All right, well, if the chat's there, but it doesn't look the best with the background like that, so we might have to turn it off again. Yeah, but the old chat doesn't work. Huh. Okay, we'll see how this goes. SS Columbia? Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what the name of the ship is for sure. Okay, this actually might be a good time. I'm going to try and work on the chat in the background a little bit, and I apologize for just the technical difficulties today. But we did get a chance to go on some attractions a couple weeks ago, and one of them actually was the safari. So I'm going to actually switch the screen right now, and we'll take a look at the safari ride, and hopefully, again, this one works. this is the entrance Harambe market, and at this time, I think there was a long line because this was the day before or the day of Super Bowl Sunday. So people were at the park in the morning, which was about 10 something, maybe closer to 11, before the Super Bowl in the evening. These are the lightning lane. If you haven't used the new lightning lanes, it's kind of like the fast pass, but you actually have to scan your pass or your magic bands, and that's how they check to see if you actually have one of those. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. So it was about a 55-minute wait. You met Joey Fantone in the safari? That's crazy. Was he performing? So this is the ride vehicle. It's kind of like a safari, I guess, caravan. He was there with his family. Oh, cool. That was actually super cool. Okay, let me try and fix the chat because it ain't working the way it should be. 1 second.
Thank you in Swahili. Another word that we use around here is twende, which means let's go. Jumbo everyone, my name is Maddie. I am going to be your guide on our journey through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve today.
There was a pole right by my seat, so didn't quite get a good way of getting around it without putting my hand out, which I'm not supposed to.
Get quite bumpy up ahead, so hold on to
Play by the rules.
items. If you do drop something along the way, just let me know. We'll do our very best to get it back to you. And little ones are more than welcome to sit on a grown-up's lap. Just make sure they stay on the same lap with the same grown-up the entire time.
Took a picture.
And do not lift any little ones up in the air.
You know,
Don't let them
he
stand
seems
on
to
your
be
lap.
a
And
very
no musical chairs. This is
nice
for your
guy,
safety,
but
their safety, my
prankster for
safety,
sure.
and the safety of all the animals around us. Now we're beginning our journey here today by entering the Little Aturi Forest. And if you take a look over on your right, you can spot an okapi roaming around.
Lots of stuff seem to be on the right-hand side of the
Okapis are
truck.
commonly confused to be relatives of a zebra or even a horse, but they're actually the closest relative to a giraffe. We know this because their skulls are in an almost identical shape to a giraffe, and they'll use their long prehensile tongues in a very similar fashion to strip leaves off of branches, to get all the nutrients that they need, and to self-grow. Many civilizations here in Africa have known about the okapi for many generations, but Westerners actually didn't discover them until around
Dr. Ma's
1901.
passing me some stuff to
Up
show.
until that point, they were believed to just be a myth. On your right, if you look all the way on the tippy top of this hill, you'll see a rather large nest with 2 black and white birds hanging out, and those are these saddle-billed storks. The saddle-billed stork gets
We
its
did
name
not
from
see
the
the
yellow
baby
saddle
tiger.
portion of its beak. And these
Yeah,
birds will often
Harambe,
remain in monogamous pairs,
markets.
which means that they mate for life. Their wingspan will be around 9 feet in length, which is just about the size of the canopy that's above your head. And the easiest way to
brother.
differentiate male from female will be the color of their eyes. On your right, at the very back of this hill, you can spot a few rust-colored antelope called bongos. And if you look closely at those bongos' heads, you may notice that their horns are twisted backwards. And that's to help them move swiftly and silently through the forest without alerting any predators that may be nearby. On your
This
left,
is
if you look all the way
Animal
around that
Kingdom,
corner, you
and
may spot a black rhino
this was
blending
from
with some
Super
of the
Bowl
surroundings back
morning
over there. Please remain fully
at
seated and let the
Animal
truck
Kingdom
stop.
Safari.
Now, black rhinos are very territorial, but they don't often spend time with other black rhinos. And they do spend quite a bit of time.
All right, we're also feeding the dog, so if you hear the dog
To your
eating,
left is a
crunching very loud.
beige-colored antelope blending in with some of those branches over there. And that is the greater kudu. And we can tell that that greater kudu is a female because she does not have horns on top of her head. Instead, they're going to have around 6 to 10 stripes across their body that help them blend in with the sun rays in the forest. Before we make our way out of the forest, we're going to drive on past the Safi River. And many of the animals that inhabit the Safi River are going to spend time just beneath the surface of the water. So pay extra close attention as we pass on through. On your right, resting on some fallen over branches, are a few pink-backed pelicans. And pink-backed pelicans get their name from the light pink color their skin will turn during mating season. It's their own way of flirting, kind of like they're blushing, letting all the other pelicans know that they're seeking their newest mate. They are considered one of the largest species of flighted birds, and they're often going to use that bill beneath their beak to scoop up as much fish and shrimp as they need to get all the nutrients that they need. As we drive on past the river, pay extra close attention to these waterways, since it's often going to be the home of a few Nile hippos and even some crocodiles. Now, hippos will often spend a ton of time underwater, as they can hold their breath for several minutes. Their eyes, ears, and nostrils are located at the very tippy top of their heads, so they can remain mostly submerged to protect their skin from the sun. On your left, you'll be able to spot quite a few of those hippos just resting out, taking a nice little nap. And despite the fact that they like to spend time underwater, please remain seated. Hippos are not considered to be aquatic animals.
That was kind of fun. They were just like right there.
Left are a few Nile crocodiles sunbathing. Crocodiles are cold-blooded reptiles, which means they do not have the ability to control their internal body temperature. So on much cooler days, they'll often resort to sunbathing to keep themselves warm. In a very similar fashion, when overheated, they will often pop their jaws open and expel internal heat through their mouth. And just beneath the scales on their back is a plate called an osteoderm that they're able to use as a natural solar panel. So as they sunbathe, that osteoderm will help collect up as much heat as possible.
Yeah, I have no idea why the cat's not
internal temperature.
working the way it should.
When fully grown, crocodiles are going to be somewhere between 16 to 18 feet long, and their long tails will work as natural propellers to swish back and forth so they can move swiftly underwater. Now we are going to further our journey here today by entering the savanna. And the savanna will be home to many animals that you may know
hot mic?
and love,
No.
and probably
Yeah,
quite a few that you've never
it
seen
should be
or
hot
heard
mic.
of before. If you look above your head, just beneath the canopy,
Or is there
there's
something
an
else that we're
animal
listening to?
spotting that you can use to identify the many different
Or something else in the
animals
background?
we may see out here today. Now, we probably won't get a chance to
And
see them
hi,
all, but we're
Scribbler.
going to try our very hardest.
Oh, no.
This is the home of the animals around us, which means they are the ones who pick and choose.
Yeah, I just
when they
turned
wanna
off
come
the
out and
video
say
because I'm
hello.
trying to fix the chat.
On your right, you can already spot familiar faces. All the way in the back
Yeah, we're
is
here.
a Maasai
Hi.
giraffe.
I
And pretty
hope you're
close to us
recovering,
as
Scribbler.
well is a
Wait,
familiar
let's
face with
pause
some
it.
rather large horns, and those are the
Real
Ankoli
quick.
cattle. Now, giraffes are
Yeah, we're all concerned about you. Naz is asking how you're feeling. I believe Moopsy shouted you out last night on DJ's stream, but again, wanted to make sure that you're okay. And if you're, I think you said you're going to start streaming again tomorrow. You have 2 more weeks of it. 2 more weeks of the cast? Is that what it is? Or it's like you can walk around. Okay, that's your plan, is to stream tomorrow. Okay. No, that's awesome. We'll be looking forward to it. Can I send you donuts or wine? Yes, you should send donuts and wine. That'd be good. But if you're not following Scribbler, make sure you do. I'm guessing it's going to be around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And just like that, the chat is not working again. So, okay, I'm going to have to delete that. But yeah, get a chance. Oh, that's good. That's a nice little sister, making sure that she's taken care of. of you. So, but yeah, we'll see Scribbler on tomorrow night. Maybe you can donate some bits and she'll put your name on her cast. Is that kind of how it works? So we'll see her streaming tomorrow. And again, I apologize. I'm not sure if you can hear the person wee whacking in the background.
Are one of the tallest land animals on the planet, and we can tell it's a Maasai giraffe based on the pattern of spots across its body. When born, giraffes are going to be around 6 feet tall, but once they're fully grown, they can be somewhere between 16 to 20 feet tall. Now, a lot of that length goes towards their neck and their legs, and giraffes have the same number of vertebrae in their neck as we humans do. The only difference is that their vertebrae is going to be around 10 inches in length. Those long legs are going to help them cruise around the savanna at around 10 miles an hour, but once they begin to gallop, they can increase their speed to 35. At the very tippy top of their heads are 2 stumps called ossicones that they will often use to defend themselves against other giraffes. And just like the okapi that we saw not too long ago, they have very long prehensile tongues that can reach around 18 inches in length. On your left is a pretty empty looking den, but if you look just behind it on the right side, you'll spot a few painted dogs resting out.
Can you see it?
Painted dogs
I
will
can't
look
see
very
it.
similar to a hyena, but they're actually a completely different species. They are the most successful hunters in the wild, with a higher success rate than cheetahs and lions combined. On your left, all the way in the back, are a few antelope resting out, and those are the sable antelope. And right in front of them are a few wildebeest as well. Now, if you recognize the sable antelope, that's probably because they are the emblem here at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And the reason for that is when given the option of fight or flight, they will
Hi,
always
Ice
choose
Wolf.
to stay
Welcome
and
into the
protect
stream.
their families. Wildebeest are the second most densely populated mammals on the planet, and they're second to only humans. They'll normally migrate in large numbers, and the largest migration ever recorded had around 1.5 million wildebeest traveling together at once. On your right, you'll get a much closer view at some of these Maasai giraffes. And giraffes are pretty social animals, so they'll often remain in herds called a tower. A tower of giraffes will have somewhere between 10 and 20 giraffes in total, but those numbers can get up into the hundreds, as they don't have much of a structured dynamic within their herd.
Ice Wolf has cheered 100 seashells. Mahalo for your support.
Colored antelope called springboks.
Thank you, Ice Wolf.
Get their name from their ability
Appreciate
to
the 100
jump
bits.
super high into the sky.
I apologize. I
Jump up at around
am a
9
little
feet
sick. Of
high
course,
and
Dr. Mom
13 feet forward when
has
frightened.
pneumonia, so
And on your left is another one of those
she's resting.
holy cattle. And while they may look very similar to your modern day cow, they're actually known as a sign of wealth amongst farmers here in Africa. Those horns can grow to be around 6 to 8 feet in length when measured from tip to tip, and the interior will be made up of a hollow honeycomb structure, which keeps it lightweight for them to move around, and it'll help them keep cool during the warm summer months. On your right, you'll be able to get a pretty close-up view at a larger looking antelope roaming around, and this is called an eland. Elands are the largest species of antelope, and if you listen closely, you may hear a clicking sound coming from it. Maybe not. Well, that clicking sound actually comes from their kneecaps, and it's going to alert any elands of their presence to prevent any territorial disputes from occurring. To your right are quite a few Hartman's Mountain zebras. There's one pretty up close and a few all the way in the back. And we can tell that these are Hartman's Mountain zebras based on the pattern of stripes across their body. Those black stripes don't reach all the way down to their belly, and they do have a flap of skin beneath their chin called a dewlap. And those are the 2 easiest ways to identify them.
Candy White 08 has cheered
Just like
100
humans with their
seashells.
fingerprints,
Mahalo
no
for
two
your
zebras will
support.
have the same pattern of stripes across their body. And when baby
Thank you,
zebras
Candy
are born,
White.
they'll
Thank you
often
for the
imprint
cheer.
on their moms by memorizing the pattern of stripes across her body. And we do know that Hartman's
Make sure you
Mountain
shout
zebras
out
will be black with
Candy
white
White.
stripes because their snout is the same black color as the rest of the stripes across their body. I do spot quite a few toppled over tree trunks around here, which means we must be approaching some elephant territory. So let's pay extra close attention and see what we can find out here today. African elephants will often split themselves up into two types of herds.
Good afternoon to you,
Once
Ken
males
White, as
reach
well.
maturity, they will branch off and form their own little bachelor herd. And if you take a look on your left, you'll be able to spot a mandrill enjoying some of that grass over there. Now, mandrills are the largest species of monkey, and those bright colors on their faces are just going to get even brighter the more excited that they are. Males are significantly larger than the females, as they're almost double in size. And they have two very large canine teeth that can be around 2 inches in length. While many people believe that a monkey baring their teeth is going to be a defense mechanism, that actually isn't quite the case for the mandrill. Sorry for that hard break, friends, but if you look on your right all the way in the back, you can spot one of those African elephants.
Yeah, this chat
Mandrills
thing
will
is
often
very
bare their
weird.
teeth at one
Apologize.
another as a friendly gesture, which means they'll run around and just kind of smile at each other all the time. Now, if you did get a good look at that elephant back over there, as I said not too long ago, we can tell that he's a male because he's not spending time with many other elephants. And females and their calves will often remain in their own respective herd. Elephants are able to use their trunks to aid in eating, drinking, and even playing. So they can gather up fallen over branches to play around with, or they may pick up some leaves and hay from the ground to bring to their mouth to eat.
That noise you're hearing from the truck, I think that's supposed to be like chains to
If they tried, it would be pretty painful.
That's underscore CDD2 is rated in with 25 viewers. Mahalo for supporting our channel. Raiders, Ako Momai, welcome into our stream.
Thank you, CDB. Appreciate the raid. Welcoming Raiders. I'm Dr. Iron Chef, and this is our Aloha DIS Podcast. Dr. Mom is a little under the weather, so it's just me today. We're having some technical difficulties with the chat, but this is the best we can do, I think, at this point.
To defend themselves against predators and to dig up at some of that red clay, since it's going to contain many minerals that are very
Hi,
essential
KV Tofu.
to their
Welcome
diet.
into the chat and welcome into the raid.
Around the savanna, elephants will often flop their ears back and forth to keep themselves cool. And that's because the interior of an elephant's ears is going to be made up of a super complex, teeny tiny blood vessel system. So as they flop their ears back and forth, they can bring down their body's overall internal temperature. If you look to your left, you'll be able to spot quite a few more of those elephants, as well as one of the newest additions to this herd, right up in the front. And
Yeah, you can see the
African
elephant right
elephants
there.
have one of the longest gestation periods of any animal. Females will remain pregnant for around 22 months.
Right in the
And
middle.
once those calves are born, they'll be around 3 feet tall, weighing somewhere between 200 to 300 pounds.
Hi, Fox fan. Welcome into the stream. Thanks for being here.
Amongst themselves in many different ways. They can release high-frequency sounds like those very famous trumpet noises, but they can also make low-frequency sounds that us humans are not able to hear. Those low-frequency sounds can travel the course of several miles, and they're going to communicate
Thank
by
you.
feeling the
Yeah, she's been sick
vibrations
for a
in the
week.
ground as they migrate.
Look at this is the flamingos. I actually like
Here
this.
is a flamboyance of greater flamingos. And flamingos get the pink color that's in their feathers from the beta carotene.
Oh, what happened here? Oh, I know what happened. Okay, so this is the gimbal, which recorded in 4K, and it split it into 2 files. So we gotta go to this file, I think.
That's in the shrimp that they eat. So if you look closely at some of those
Need to stop
flamingos,
visiting the
they
drum
can be white
castle.
or grayish in
Yeah, I
color.
think it was
Not just
being stuck on the
because
plane
they
for
have
such a long
that
time.
beta carotene recently to bring in those pink feathers, as they do have the ability to lose that color over time. Greater flamingos will be a lighter shade of pink compared to any other of their species. Flamboyance can have somewhere between hundreds to thousands of
Thank you for playing the Hawaii panel.
Flamingos are also able to use their beaks as a natural strainer, which means they are going to stick their heads underwater upside down and scoop up as much shrimp as they need. Whenever they're ready, they'll pull their heads up to the surface.
See,
and
the chat
patiently
stopped
wait for the
again.
water to dribble out before they get all the
Yeah,
nutrients
we
that
do
they
fly
need
out
from the primary
far, so.
liquid.
Okay, so I gotta figure out why the chat keeps on
Larger animals around the savanna,
breaking.
like that right rhino you'll see all the way in the back over there. They're often going to utilize those mud wallows to cover their skin with mud, since it will work as a natural sunscreen and insect repellent for them. Mud wallows themselves have proven to be very helpful to the ecosystem and the animals around the savanna as
Yeah,
well.
you know, this gimbal, it's the same one Scribbler uses, the Pocket 3. It is really good.
If you look extra closely on your left, you may be able to spot a cheetah laying down all the way in that back corner. Cheetahs are masters at camouflage. The spot pattern on their fur is going to help them stay hidden from any predators that may be nearby. And they are the fastest land animals on the planet.
I couldn't figure out where the cheetah was in this either. I think it's in the back somewhere,
Just 3 seconds.
like in the shadows.
Retractable claws will work as natural cleats for them to maintain balance.
Yeah, so it's 4K video, although we're transmitting in 1080p.
Take their speed for long periods of time, only a couple
But we
hundred
plan
yards.
to
Straight ahead to the right.
somewhere, the cheetah's somewhere in there. We're planning to upload it in 4K on YouTube.
Due to the fact that they can't maintain that speed for a long time, they're often going to utilize their speed to run away from predators that they may encounter, rather than trying to camouflage, since they might not be able to hide. We're now approaching a pretty large Kobe rock formation, and Kobe
Yeah,
rocks
and then we
are
did
often home to
upgrade
some
our
of the
internet
larger
service.
cats around the savanna, like
So we do have, I guess, a gig down and 40 megs up now. It was only like 11 megs up previously, so uploading videos took forever. And the Twitch stream was barely operating. Okay, right, again, kind of hard to see, but right in the middle there's lioness. There's 2 of them actually. I'm not sure if you can see 2 of them.
Please remain fully seated. Fully seated. Thank you.
Yeah, some of them are getting up out of the seats.
Other predators that they may come across. Lions are nocturnal, which means they'll sleep for most of the day and be much more active at night. At nighttime, the female lion will do most of the hunting for the pride, while the male stays behind, protects their den, and takes care of their cubs.
Yeah, I actually got a new router too, or a modem. Sorry, new modem, but I haven't installed the modem yet, so that might help with some of the disconnect issues.
White rhinos. And if you look closely and think to yourself that these rhinos don't appear to be very white in color, you would be absolutely correct. That's because the name of the white rhino comes from the mistranslation of the Afrikaans word wide, which is in reference to their wide set jaws. So their name actually doesn't have anything to do with the color of their skin, but everything to do with a different physical feature of theirs. Rhinos do have pretty poor eyesight, but an excellent sense of smell and hearing. They'll often communicate amongst themselves by leaving dung heaps around the savanna. Unlike the black rhino that
Oh
we
yeah,
saw
I have
not too
to
long ago, white rhinos are considered
I have to
a
do it like after
semi-social
everyone's
species,
asleep.
which means
That's why I
they
haven't done
often
it yet.
remain in herds called a crash. We're going to make our way out of the savanna and into the Magadi Glen, where the warden has decided to set up her post. The warden lives here on the reserve to help care for all the animals that call this place their home, and to make sure they have everything that they may need. But as we get a little bit closer, I'm sure many of you may realize that a group of Nigerian dwarf goats have decided to move in with her. These goats may appear to be
It's a lot of
very
goats.
teeny tiny, but they're actually fully grown. They're on the smaller side of the goat species and a type of dairy goat.
All the bandwidth is yours.
Which means that in exchange for caring for these animals and making sure they have everything that they may need, the
Yeah,
warden
I
is
didn't
able to
realize
harvest up some of that
how
milk
much
and
bandwidth
either
we
keep it
use.
for herself
That's why we had to
bring it
upgrade.
the local market for sale. Now, our journey through the reserve is coming to an end, and as we make our way back, all my grown-ups and little ones, take a look around and gather up all those personal belongings. Africa is pretty far away, and you don't want to have to run all the way back over here because you forgot any important loose items. So make sure we're gathering up all those hats, glasses, bags, and cell phones. Everyone has a role to play in conservation, and you all took the very first step by coming on this safari and being open to learning more about these animals and their natural habitats. Another easy way to aid in conservation all the way back at home is to reduce, reuse, and recycle. You can purchase reusable products, turn off the water faucet while you're brushing your teeth, and recycle paper, plastic, or even old cell phones. Another simple but effective way to help these animals protect their homes here in Animal Kingdom is to donate to the Disney Conservation Fund. The easiest way to make a donation will be at any merchandise store here in Animal Kingdom, and you'll earn a wonderful little Disney Conservation Fund button to go along with that donation. Now, if we have any wilderness explorers on this truck, the truck you are currently on is the Simba 1. Simba like the lion, S-I-M-B-A, and 1 like the number. That is what you are going to write down on page 14 of your booklet to grab that badge on your way out today. Now, here in Harambe, we do not like to say goodbye, as that is just way too sad and way too final. So instead, we say Kwaherini, which means to go well. So try it out, everybody. Say Kwaherini. Wonderful. Go well and go wild, everyone. My name is Maddie. I am from Miami, Florida. And I hope you had a wonderful time on your journey through the reserve today. And enjoy the rest of your day here in Disney's Animal Kingdom.
That's it. Let me turn that one off. Yeah, so we liked the safari. I think because it was so busy in the parks, they went a little bit faster than normal. Sometimes they take a little bit more time at some of the stops or wait for the animals to clear a little bit more. But it was super, that was super fast. We've been on there where it seemed like half an hour, 35 minutes. So there has been times where we just stopped and looked at the animals. But it was Super Bowl Sunday, and I think people were just backed up. The line was 55 minutes long. We usually can go on when as a walk-on, and so that's kind of the difference with this one. So we'll see. We might just do it again with the kiddos next trip, and see how it goes for that one. Yeah, they were rolling people through for sure, and we're glad we had I was thinking like we don't need to do the lightning lane, but I'm glad we did because we would have been in a line for quite a while and be like, why are we standing in the line for something that's usually a walk-on? So yeah. If you have been watching some of the entertainment stuff, there's a movie out called Captain America: Brave New World. It's been #1 at the box office for the last two weekends, and doing pretty well there. So there is a Brave New World experience for Captain America, and it's not just in the American parks. It actually is some of the other parks, including Disneyland Paris. So Anthony Mackie takes up the reign of Captain America, actually after the Falcon and Winter Soldier Disney Plus series, and this is kind of the 4th movie in the Captain America lineup. Yeah, the new movie is out. I'm not sure if they've been advertising as much. There were some concerns about how it was going to do, and some pushback because there's a new Captain America as well. Just kind of like how Black Widow is a new Black Widow. So I think sometimes there's people who have their own preferences on who is Captain America or Black Widow or some of the other superheroes. You wait for Disney Plus. Yeah, it'll probably be out on Disney Plus in a few months, kind of like how Deadpool and Wolverine was out. So this is actually what's happening at Disneyland Paris. We'll play this real quick here.
Hi everyone, Jose and Dylan here, Disneyland Paris ambassadors. We are thrilled to share with you this spectacular one-time only show in celebration of Captain America: Brave New World.
We hope you enjoy watching this show unfold over Avengers Campus at Disneyland Paris, exclusively for all of you.
I didn't want to move the chair, so you're asking about the chair? I can do this. I can move it on the side here. How's that? There's a purse in the background. Maybe that's why I kept the chair there. Here we go. Yeah, she giggles a lot. That's why I love it. Yeah, the drones are cool, for sure. It's the rhythm. So you can check out the full video on YouTube at the Disney Parks YouTube channel. So Captain America also has some art at the Disney Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel and Magic Shot, and a chance to team up with him at the Avengers Campus. So there's different places around the world that you can experience Captain America. There's also some food. This is the Red Rage hot dog and Liberty lollipop, available at the fantastic food truck at Avengers Campus. The food part, yes. This is the best part of your day, Ice Wolf. This is the best part of my day. I did eat a little bit before. So this is there. This is American Freedom, red fruit puree, cranberry nectar, grapefruit preparation, blue diamond pastis, lime drink, cordial paragon, vetiver flavor, and blue curaçao syrup and liquid cream. So this is at the Skyline Bar at the Disney Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, for a limited time. So if you don't know, they actually have a Marvel themed hotel in New York, and that's where all this is located. There's a mocktail, kiwi based here as well, and then Red Rage rum spice liqueur with some other yummy stuff in it. There's also the red, white, and blue cake. It's a layer cake with subtle touch of coconut, raspberry, white chocolate, and some other things in there. This is at the New York Hotel. Burnt bun, toasted brioche bun with spicy barbecue chicken, chipotle mayonnaise, smoked cheddar, jalapenos, and cucumber pickles. They spend so much time on how the food looks and relates to the shows. Yes, I think they did a good job with the theming. There's a cruise line, Anthony Mackie Marvel Day at Sea. It's an exclusive experience, getting to watch the new film release at sea, including Captain America Brave New World. There's a Hong Kong Disneyland Resort. I wonder if they're going to show some stuff on the Star Trek cruise, which just set sail. Captain America will make his debut in Tomorrowland, Hong Kong Disneyland. Now that Captain America has officially landed, be sure to join him and learn how to train together and fend off foes. So there's new merchandise also at Hong Kong Disneyland. Figurines, figures, toys, pins, and accessories. At the Disneyland Resort, close by Ice Wolf, chicken avocado. Yeah, that sounds really good. There's an appearance at Disney California Adventure.
Lightning Hawk has cheered 5 seashells. Mahalo for your support.
Thank you, Lightning Hawk, for the bits. Appreciate it. Or the seashells. The new Falcon, Joaquin Torres, shines with the Red Hulk. Here, President Thaddeus Ross, Han Solo. And we'll see them there at Disneyland Avengers Campus. And there's some neat pins available there as well. This must be... Okay, I can click on this. Yeah, it's a Red Hulk pin that's here. It's $19. Oh, all my pop-ups are coming up. Rock them in. And then there's a Falcon pin as well. Nope. That's cool. So these are limited releases. There's a sipper at Disneyland Resort, and then it's available at the Fairfax Market. So you can get that there. There's a Liberty Punch, limited litmus lemonade layer with blue Hawaiian and topped with citrus meringue foam at the PIM Tasting Labs. Disney prices, yes. $19 for a pin. This is Red Rage Wings, spicy chicken wings tossed in habanero sauce and served with potato bites and ranch dressing. Potato bites, these are tater tots. Again, I can't click on it because it's on the Disneyland side to enlarge it. Pepperoni pizza pocket, pepperoni, mozzarella, and house-made marinara sauce wrapped in empanada dough. There's a cheese pizza pocket as well if you don't like pepperoni. And Red Gamma Gulp. It's a red velvet cold brew with cream cheese cold foam. That's interesting, the cream cheese cold foam. Good night, CDB. Thank you for rating in and thank you for stopping by. If you're not following any of the content creators that we shouted out, please do. We have a whole bunch of them there, including, we got to do a shout out for Lightning Hawk. I always got to make sure I spell your name right with the E. Lightning Hawk. So that's available as part of the Captain America Brave New World portfolio, available at Disney parks around the world. My voice is going, so I think what we're going to do is we'll kind of end it there, although we'll probably want to cover this next time. It's the California Adventure Food and Wine Festival, which starts on February 28th. So we'll be a couple of days late, but yeah, I did pick up a cold as well. And so I think my voice is going to go. Don't show you that. We'll show you this next week. How about that? So you have a whole week to kind of prepare for the foodie guide. But yeah, we won't be able to cover that today. Like I said, my voice is kind of going at this point. So thank you very much for joining us today. I'm going to figure out who we can rate out to in just a second. But appreciate it. Hopefully Dr. Mom will be well. We'll start off March. When is daylight savings time? Is it next weekend already? Or is it the following week? I can't remember. Hawaii doesn't follow daylight savings time, so we adjust our schedule to kind of line it up with the mainland. Not yet. Okay. So I think it's sometime in March, right? I always get confused because again, we don't follow it. So that's why it's a little different for us. But yeah, if you get a chance, just follow those people in the chat that stream. Be sure to visit Scribbler tomorrow and wish her well from her recovery from foot surgery tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be streaming some stuff this week, I think, for Disney content. We haven't been doing that. If I don't feel good, then maybe not. But we'll look again for the podcast next week, and then we also have our Warp Drive 5 Arc Fall on the following Monday. Not this Monday, but the next Monday. Yeah, so Robert's right. Yeah, so we just wrapped up our Disney stuff, and we'll be going on to recovering. Yeah, my voice is getting worse by the second. So thank you very much for stopping by. We're going to raid into Live 619 in a second, but do appreciate you joining us. We'll see you again real soon. Ohui ho. And we'll raid into Live 619 right now.